Yeah, if he's ready,
Yeah.
he can give you a thumbs up.
I don't think he knows we have heat. But
All right, folks. This is going to be fun. You know what? I'm going to let Jeremy do the introduction because why not? You've seen him everywhere. You can do the intro. You see him at DPW. You see him on Twitch making headlines for everyone. He's going to have his GCW singles debut coming up. He's got a match against Bussy at Effie's Big Gay Brunch this Saturday. He's going to be teaming up with his tag team partner, Mason. So I messed up his name already, so that's great. So Mansoor is here. Let's just get right to it. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing great. How are you? Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Were you doubting that I was going to show up? Is that what I was hearing when I first arrived?
I plans change, pal. We know this, right? So I'm always a little skeptical until the person's exactly backstage.
I'm a little bit resentful that you doubted my professionalism after we agreed to this time.
Mansoor, we have heat. I don't know if you know that we have heat.
No, but I don't know that at all.
All right, well let me explain to you why.
Okay.
You infamously or famously did a Twitch stream with Mace the day you guys got released. You went on Twitch. You talked for about 3 hours.
Oh, you are the guy who wrote down everything we said, and you're upset that we didn't credit you.
Yes, you're calling Sean Ross Sapp. You're like, oh, Sean, did we say this? What happened? I saw it on Fightful. Fightful. There's a byline, Mansoor. There's a byline that has my name that says of who wrote the article, who was listening and re-listening, because when I saw that Reddit post where it's like they said that Matt Riddle slapped Gunther,
Yeah.
like, I've listened to this whole thing. I don't recall hearing this at all. So I'm re-listening to it of like, did I just miss this? And then yes, you call Sean to get these. Sean's not listening to you guys at 1 a.m. on a Thursday or Friday. Me, I'm listening. I'm fact checking all of this stuff. I just want my credit. That's all.
That's really sad. I really feel for you. So now, correct me if I'm wrong. Sean Ross Sapp is your boss, is he not?
Allegedly.
Allegedly?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's something to consider, okay? Sean Ross Sapp, he's a huge star, okay? He's known far and wide in the dirt sheet community, as we all know. He's over, so to speak. Brother, you need to pay your dues before you get shouted out on the Insider's stream. Do you understand? You gotta be building dirt sheet rings and taking dirt sheet writers to and from the airport before you get shouted out on a main event stream like ours. You understand?
I don't want the dirt sheet credit. I'm over in the transcription and listening to all these interviews and stuff.
You're over in the transcription community? Do you realize how much of a niche that is? There's no money in the transcription community.
You're telling me, brother.
Well, here I am now. I'm acknowledging you, so to speak. Famously, a catchphrase, and I'm paying it forward now. This is basically sort of the compensation for your hard work that day that we got released. So I think that we're even now. Don't you think?
I appreciate it. Yes, we were even when you did the Bryan Danielson face photo.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah,
I appreciated that because you and Mace have some wild tweets that I know are taken out of context and everything, but you guys have some very wild tweets. And,
people have dirty minds.
Yeah, they
disgusting.
do. They really do. But yes, I was like, I think I can turn this into a thing. Both of you guys were very generous to take that photo, so I could use that as a thumbnail. So I appreciate it.
Of course.
You returned to DPW. I guess returned first match at DPW. Returned in that you had showed up previously. One, did you think it stood for double penetration wrestling?
Well, if you look at our match 2 nights ago, you could certainly perhaps see it that way.
Your finish, I mean, I know you
you
haven't won with it very often, but you won. That was
well. That's because we haven't. That's because we haven't hit it before. If only we had hit that move in WWE, we would have. Can I swear?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We would have fucking buried Hit Row. We would have put New Day in the fucking ground. We would have obliterated Legado del Fantasma. It would have been over in the first 5 minutes. All we had to do was drop a motherfucker on his head. If only we knew that.
Although you could have had a match. Did you guys ever wrestle?
Yeah, we had like, okay, to be fair, on TV we had like 6 matches, okay? We had Hit Row twice, we had the New Day twice, we had Legado del Fantasma. Shit, that's 5.
And then you had a battle royal that you weren't supposed to be in.
Oh, 2 battle royals you weren't supposed to be in. 2 battle royals we weren't supposed to be in. Both times, a very high-ranking executive stood up and screamed, "Why the hell are the models in the match?" So, and that's actually why we stopped traveling. Yeah, I love I loved. So, that finish, we were like, okay, we got to show that we're killers now. We're not just the models anymore. And you know, we're on the indies. We're doing both MXM and as we like to call it, the MXM collection, where we portray that model sort of persona. It's sort of like when we go into our, you know how when Finn Balor becomes the demon, or when Edge or Cope becomes the Brood Cope. You know, his darker, more dangerous form. That's when we, so to speak, go back into the closet and become the models. That's when you know that the match is going to be really intense. But we decided, hey, we want to really make a statement and show that, you know, this post WWE run of Mansoor, and you can call him Mace, that's fine. We still call him Mace, just now with an S, so it can be legally distinct.
Perfect.
For fuck's sake.
He already put you over.
Well, what do we have here? Listen, this guy, Jeremy, is your employee. He seems to hate your guts.
Can't
okay?
confirm. He does.
I don't mean a stooge, but the whole first part of this interview, he's just burying you.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Sean got credit for something I did, as is typical.
As he should. He's your boss. You should always put over your boss.
As is typical.
Or you get people mad at you for something that I did.
All these wonderful dick-related headlines that I pitch that you get credit for now. Meanwhile, I got to take the hit every time any article gets written that I don't do.
That's very true as well.
Let me tell you something right now, Jeremy. Once you take an actual bump, that's when I'll put you over, brother. All right?
Hey,
this brother Sean paid his dues.
Yeah, hold on. Mansoor, will you punch Jeremy Lambert in the face if you see him at a show?
I'll punch you right now. Bam! Sell it!
Said he wouldn't do it through the screen.
There you go.
Here we are.
Yeah. See, you're already learning.
Perfect sell.
Which kind of bump am I taking? Sean has been infamous for taking other bumps that we...
Wow!
Let's go the rumor.
Lower the camera, turn on the lights, let's go.
Snowman, Sean Ross Sapp?
I can't blow my nose on the air without
you can't. I did that the other day, Sean. I did that the other day because I'm still battling this sickness and people were going off on me too. So just what can you do?
Oh my God.
I just don't want to snot on screen.
Just do it. Just prove to the people.
I do now.
Yeah.
So I can't do this without the allegations.
No, you're gonna get allegations against you.
Allegations? I already get a lot of allegations, so that I can't afford that.
You got to stick your entire finger up there and dig. This is fine. Just do it personally. It works for everyone.
Got it.
So yeah, I don't even know why I showed up here at this point. Like you guys just kind of decided it for me.
Why did we decide? Because Mansoor
I did have eggs earlier. I did, but so I had breakfast like an hour and a half ago, so I didn't pop on. So
I actually woke up 30 minutes ago, so that's how important this stream is. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what? I appreciate that. I mean, you did show up on your wife's birthday to one of our streams.
Don't put that over. That makes me sound like a horrible person.
I've seen the Barbie movie too. You guys
we saw the Barbie movie together. Yes, yeah. I may have cried a little bit. I may have cried.
Really?
Ever since my daughter was born, I've just been crying like just a complete loser. Like I've been melted. I watched the Iron Claw. I fucking lost it.
Why? What happened?
I lost
what happened in that movie?
Well, you spoiler alert. I don't know if you guys know. But a lot of people die in that movie. I hope I'm not ruining anybody's trip to the movie theater.
I was going this afternoon. What are we doing here?
I'm so sorry, but there's a part in the movie where they're all dead and they see each other in heaven. And as soon as they lock eyes, as soon as the brothers see each other after passing away, I just fucking lost it.
And then Carrie goes.
He gives him the Texas tornado.
Yes.
And no, I swear to God, because the whole movie I was just imagining those were my sons. You know what I mean? And I couldn't. I mean, Fritz von Erich, you piece of shit, you bastard. I seriously couldn't even imagine being a father and not feeling I would be a complete and total mess. So ever since I had my daughter, I've just been like, my empathy has multiplied by like 100 times. It was brutal. I was
That
a
makes
puddle.
sense.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I couldn't imagine crying during Barbie, but if you have a daughter, I could.
There's a montage at the end of a little girl growing up, and she's a baby and playing with toys, and then she gets married, and that's when I was like, oh god, I can't do this.
It'll happen.
They went full on Kenny Chesney. There goes my life.
I know it was like a cheap heart, like they were trying to pull. I know they were
what are you
emotionally.
doing?
No!
What are you doing?
No, that's not what I meant. They're pulling. Wait, no, wait, no, the allegations. I gotta stop. I can't do this anymore.
You just have to sit still.
Sean shared the clip of our finish, and he had and Dax Harwood replied. Did you see Dax's reply?
I didn't. What did he say?
No, you didn't see that. I think he was putting over what's the name of the director? Jordan Peele. Who's the guy who directed Get Out?
Yeah.
I think it was putting over his famous movie Nope, because that's what he said. I love that finish. Because so we were like, all right, let's do something that's going to shock people. Let's do something that people are not going to expect out of the fucking Maximum Male models.
Yes.
And let's drop this motherfucker on his head with an assisted brainbuster, right?
You should have done a double drop toe hold in honor of me.
If only. We should have done our backshot lariat, but we still haven't figured out quite how to do that. The reaction to that move, I loved, because it like, for me, the best thing you can possibly have is a reputation for hurting people and being dangerous when every single person you've ever wrestled was completely fine. You know what I mean? Because then I feel like, as a professional wrestler, you're doing your fucking job, right? And all the people who are extremely upset about that move, to me, it's funny because it's like going up to a magician after watching their magic show and saying, "What the fuck? You could have killed that woman when you put her in a box and cut her in half. You absolute fucking monster." It's like, yeah, that's the point. It's supposed to be dangerous, and it's supposed to have an air of drama and fucking, holy shit, did he actually hurt that person? So yeah, I was really happy with how it came out.
Do you have a reputation for hurting people?
We do. We do now.
Do I not read the sheets? I've not read this.
Well, because I think about like people were putting heat on Athena, for example,
right,
for working stiff and working snug at Ring of Honor. And it's so funny to me because if you literally took that match and put it in Japan, people would love it. You know what I mean? It's all about where you're working and the audience you're working in front of. As far as what people expect from your match. And I think personally that as long as nobody gets hurt, the style that you work is the style that you work. And it sets you apart and makes you different. I love her work, especially when she's working snug. As long as nobody's getting hurt, I say fucking go crazy.
When you go into DPW, I imagine... So I first found out about you before you actually signed with WWE. You were on a New Legacy stream.
That's right.
Yeah, and you would just book the territory with Johnny and the boys in there. So how easy of a decision when, I guess you got called pretty quickly from Johnny of like, yeah, come to DPW, we'll make you feel at home here.
It was fucking great. And first of all, we're not allowed to call out Johnny. We're not allowed to put him over. He's said in the past, he said, don't name us, don't talk about us. Even though the whole fucking promotion is based around the personalities of these three guys who are incredibly over with their podcast. They tell us, you can't talk about us in promos. You can't fucking put us over in interviews. We just want to be DPW management. Do not name us. But fuck them. They're awesome, and I'm naming each and every single one. The Deadlock Boys are amazing, and it was the perfect place, I think, to debut because, one, part my history with Johnny and New Legacy Inc. I mean, like 6-7 years ago, I went on their stream and booked a TEW show. And now, just being a part of DPW with the fan base that they have, who are familiar with me, and now in this post-WWE journey, to see that sort of growth from fucking right before I got signed to right after I was released, is fucking awesome. Especially with Mace, because I met Mace like the first day I reported into the PC, and instantly we knew we were going to be best friends. It was like that. So, fuck, I mean, the fact that we were even a tag team in WWE was a complete and total coincidence, too. So, in my way, the way I see it, everything works out.
What was the moment with Mace that made you know you were going to be best friends?
It was just looking at him in the eyes at the PC and knowing that we had already learned everything about each other before we had even met. It was knowing that we had fucking grown up in the same message boards and forums and dirty, disgusting, seedy websites that people who are not well-adjusted growing up go to. That we
why don't you name some of them? Why don't you give them?
I'm not naming a single one. The only one I'm gonna name is Caw.ws, which is where we went to.
There too.
Yes, yes, which is where we went to make Jeff Hardy on SmackDown vs. Raw 2010, so that we could complete our rosters. And we didn't do this in the same website, but we both did wrestling fucking role playing, not that kind of role playing, but the kind of role playing where you create a wrestler and then E-Feds, and then you role play on the website and then they show the show on the video game. Yeah, we fucking did all the same shit.
90% of my cameos are E-Feds getting me to break news for
me too
at this point.
I get E-Feds all the time. I'm like, I'm so happy this scene is still thriving.
Yeah.
I did not realize E-Feds were still going good though. Good.
Yeah, they're pretty big. Like they'll have me do the breaking news, and they'll be like, "Do it from your office," like it's a breaking news video, and I'm like, "Okay, okay." No cats in the background of this one.
Fightful Select reports that Johnny Drama is getting a world title shot.
Mansoor, I look forward to seeing you hopefully later this week if we can match up times. But yeah, thanks for completely undermining our interview by doing.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Shut up for a second. Maybe you have an opportunity to interview me, and you're saying maybe.
Well, WWE is still yet to give us our media itinerary for the week.
Well, fuck them. Confirm with me.
Easy for you to say.
And then if they give you a time that conflicts, tell them sorry. I just booked a big interview with this huge fucking star.
I should do that.
Do it. Big league them.
I wonder what they'd say. What do you think they would say? What do you think they would say if I said, he told me to tell you?
I think they'd say, who?
Which one was he?
Oh man.
Well, good luck. Safe travels, Sean. If we don't talk to you.
See you later this week, man. Swah!
He always does that.
Yeah. There goes Sean Ross Sapp. Now I can say he's done a stream with you after you killed his AEW review by showing up on our NXT show. And then,
yeah, that's right. And I tipped the tide in the ratings war.
Yeah, you're a draw. You're a draw.
I know. Yeah. I can't draw, but I do draw.
Oh, that's how I feel. I'm trying to draw stuff with my son, and he's just has none of it. I can draw a star, and he's like, "Oh, I know what that is," and everything else, I just no moons, no nothing. I'm just off.
You're not allowed, like he says. You're drawing shit, Dad.
Pretty much. 22 months old. The kid is just on me like that's bad.
You're ruining my drawing. Fuck off.
Pretty much, yeah.
Understandable.
Although it's adorable because when he sees a star, he calls them up above because twinkle twinkle.
Oh, that's cute.
When you get to that age, there's some good stuff.
Mace actually is a very talented illustrator. Like really good. Yeah, he actually drew our tag team T-shirt designs.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, he's really good.
We gotta stop on the show.
I want to clear this up so there's no allegations on Reddit.
All right.
Did Gunther slap Matt Riddle?
He slapped the piss out of him.
Did Matt Riddle punch back?
Oh, they were fucking brawling all over the locker room. It was insane. I mean, we had bodies flying everywhere. I was just watching. I didn't give a shit. I mean, I remember seeing the Usos, the New Day, fucking Legado. They were all trying to get between them, but they could not be stopped. And Gunther was throwing shoot chops. What you see in the ring is a work. But in real life, he's like, it's fucking cracking my eardrums. Yeah, it was legit. It really happened.
Were any monitors?
Wait, no. The funniest one was that Gunther, there was a fucking, somebody said, oh, they said Gunther is a stooge. What the fuck does that even mean? What? Like, what does that mean he's a stooge? Like, he goes to the office and reports that we're playing Tekken backstage? Like, I think they're playing Tekken back there. This is not allowed. I don't know his French in my impersonation. This is not allowed. They cannot be playing Tekken.
I gotta give whoever did this recap like some credit in the fact that like some of it was true.
80% of it was true, and then they sprinkled in.
Yeah, and then there were like some like half truths. Like they didn't exactly say that, but like sure, if you want to like that was your conclusion, okay. And then but the Matt Riddle Gunther one, that was the one everyone ran with. Dude, everyone was completely like freaking out of like, I can't support Gunther anymore. He's lost it. No more.
I can't support Gunther. He's a cop. I can't.
Yeah, he's a bitch backstage. So now I can't.
But that was the genius of it, is that they took real things and then they put in like 3 or 4 fake things just to control their narrative, so to speak. Rest in peace.
Would you have worked for Control Your Narrative?
I'll work for anyone that pays. That's not true. I won't work for anyone that pays me. I'm not that desperate. I'm not. I already had somebody try to pay me to take a video of my feet.
Oh, yes, here it is.
I had enough self-respect to say no. No offense to anyone who does that. I'm just, I'm not that desperate yet. Give me a year, and we'll see how naked my toes will be on camera.
Okay, what if they ask you to shave to a mustache only? Would you do that for...
What if I shave to a mustache only?
Yeah, just for booking.
No, because this beard is basically like, it's the equivalent of wearing makeup for me. It's to hide my weak jaw. I need this beard.
I know the feeling. I really do.
Integral. It's integral.
Let's. I want to go back. Before you joined WWE, you were a Hood Slam regular. Your last match was against Dark Sheik. You came back to Hood Slam. Your first match, Dark Sheik.
Yes.
Talk to me about putting that together and kind of the emotions, knowing that was your incoming match and just the history there with Dark Sheik.
Yeah. So I was talking to Sheik, and I basically said, "Listen, what do you want to do for my first?" It was a tacit. I mean, we didn't need to say it, the fact that I was going to be back, and I was going to be back full time, because Hood Slam is my home, and Sheik is the person behind it all. So I told her, I said, let's do this story. I'm not going to spoil it, but we got a huge story lined up. We're going to tell this big story, and we were like, how do we tell that story most effectively? What do we build to? Because I absolutely want to wrestle you again. I just need to figure out where it's going to be. And she was like, yeah, absolutely. And then after a couple days of talking, I was just like, hey, should we just fucking wrestle my first match back? And she was like, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Fuck it. Because it's a full fucking circle moment. The day that I left, the last match I had at Hood Slam was against her in probably the best match I ever had. And then the first match coming back was with her in probably one of the best matches I ever had. Like 5-6 years later, just for that full circle complete moment. I was over the moon about it. I was overjoyed because it's so funny. You could watch those 2 matches back to back and see how much we've grown and changed. Me, I put on fucking like 30 pounds. So I tried to do a bunch of shit. Even at DPW, I tried to do a fucking running shooting star press off the ground. I fucking got my big ass nose right on the mat. I was like, fuck, I am not doing that again. I am not a high flyer anymore. It's just fucking Liger bombs and fucking Falcon arrows for me. Fuck that. So, there was a little bit of growing pain because I kind of had to figure out, in WWE, there was a lot of shit that I'm doing now in the indies I did not do in WWE. That I either didn't do because I didn't have time or I wasn't allowed. So, we're shaking kind of the rust off, but we're trying to have these killer fucking matches. Because we're trying to show that we're not just gimmick guys, but we can fucking go. And I would encourage anybody to go to dpwondemand.com, subscribe to that motherfucker, watch our tag team match with Miracle Generation at DPW 2 nights ago, and watch my match with Dark Sheik on Fight, which I think is now called Triller?
Yes. Some people will call it Thriller.
Yeah, I was wondering why the fuck it's very confusing. But watch it on Triller, powered by Fight. And that's Hood Slam 2 weeks ago, to kind of check out kind of the style that we're going for now. I'm very happy with those matches, and I'm very proud of them. And I'm very proud of Miracle Generation and Dark Sheik for being some of the first opponents that I get to share the ring with.
You were reportedly at backstage at TNA's tapings on Friday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
This is a report.
I saw that. No, actually, of all people, Mustafa Ali sent me that and was like, well. Look who's on the fucking sheets, brother.
Mustafa Ali gives credit. He credited Fightful Select for
And good for him, because he's a
the
professional. He's a real
tickets.
professional.
Yes, you've called him your wrestling dad.
He is my wrestling dad. We text pretty much every day.
Are you going to cross the line?
Cross the line. Actually, I'm announcing it here. I'm the new narrator for TNA's pay-per-view intros.
Nice.
That's the new job. I'm retiring from active in-ring competition. Of course, I can't replace the legendary gentleman who used to do those. Rest in peace. He was my favorite fucking voiceover guy in wrestling.
Cool.
He was so awesome. Just an incredible talent. We were backstage at TNA and it was awesome. Everybody there is super fucking cool. Scott D'Amore was amazing. Like, told us some really fucking funny stories. Gave us a lot of his time, which was very kind of him. I got to see some old friends. We got to meet some really cool new people. I had never met like Rich Swann. He's the funniest fucking guy in the world and an incredible impressionist. The guy has an amazing Bret Hart and an amazing Vince. And as someone who is known for his Vince McMahon impersonation, I would say Rich Swann is much better than me. It was awesome. We got to meet Alex Zane there, I had met him at the PC way back, but now catching up with him was super cool. Yeah, TNA, God, what a great team and what a great roster. And who's to see what the future holds? But it would certainly be an environment that I would love to be in. Can
you bury Steve Macklin?
Fuck Steve Macklin. Fuck that piece of shit. No, I can't, because you know what's so funny? Here's this guy, him and Wesley Blake, who is probably the nicest, kindest, most just pure soul I've ever met in professional wrestling. And also Wesley Blake, probably Corey, the most underrated wrestler I have ever seen. This guy's fucking amazing. He had the absolute curse of being able to make anyone look amazing. His bumping and his selling and his work, especially with people who were green and new to wrestling at the PC, was absolutely incredible. And that's a true curse, because you will never get the credit you deserve. Because even with all the knowledge that people have about pro wrestling now, where they know the process that goes into it, they still can't see when someone is making someone look good. It just doesn't happen. But that's when somebody is good, is when they can make that illusion of making somebody look, wow, that fucking wrestler's great, and they have no idea that it's really Corey working his ass off to make that person look good. So I have a tremendous amount of respect for him and Steve Macklin, because on my first NXT loop outside of Florida, they were the guys who pulled me in and had meals with me every single time so that I wasn't fucking left out. I was brand new. I didn't know anybody. They fucking called me over. They would eat with me. They'd fucking sit with me. They'd walk with me in the airport, make sure I got to the gate on time because I'm a useless child. I love those guys.
I do cover TNA for the site, so that's why I will.
Because he's a real bastard on the show, right?
He's a real piece of shit. Well, we sat down, we did 25 at Hard to Kill in Vegas, and it was a good chat because he and I had some issues going on.
Oh, you had words.
They had actual heat. They had actual
good. Just like how we have heat, Jeremy.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Exactly. Yeah,
we're setting up a tag team match here. I mean,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very
Sucks
nice,
for you guys.
very
You guys
nice.
are gonna have to do all the work, but
screwed.
And we will get none of the credit. Like I said.
It's us.
no, you will get the credit.
Wow, Jeremy and Joel, they're so good. Wow, they're awesome wrestlers. Fucking every time I see somebody, every time I see some green piece of shit or some celebrity do a Canadian Destroyer, and everyone's like, wow. Like, what are you fucking stupid? It's entirely the other person. It's them jumping backwards and landing on their fucking head. The other person just has to do a fucking forward roll. It's the easiest fucking move in the world to do.
Yeah, but
Whatever.
there's air and flips involved, so clearly.
They just front roll. It's all the other guy. I'm losing my mind here. I know I'm hot as shit, because how can you not see that? Anybody with a above a room temperature IQ can see it's just the other person jumping backwards. Whatever. The only person who I give credit to for doing a Canadian Destroyer is Petey fucking Williams, because he invented the goddamn move. Everyone else can fuck off. Okay.
Mansoor buries Bad Bunny is the headline out of this.
No, fuck no. I like Bad Bunny, because he doesn't have to do any of the shit he does, and he still fucking takes the bump that he does. So I still have a tremendous amount of respect for him. Because it's like, why wouldn't you do a Canadian Destroyer? Everybody thinks you're awesome if you do it. That's professional wrestling. I don't blame anybody for doing it. I just blame the fans for thinking it's an impressive thing to do. That's all.
Very fair.
Can we?
The fans are stupid.
Can we just? We'll bring the heat down. I dug through your Instagram and I found this photo, and I need your thoughts on this ginormous.
Oh my! I ate it all. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, I ate it all.
Where was this? And are you like a pizza connoisseur? Like, is there a place where you go everywhere you go for pizza?
I don't fucking remember where the fuck I was. I like, so when old timers are on podcasts, like, yeah, I was at the Cow Palace in 1967, September. How the fuck do you remember that? You can't even remember your kids' birthdays, but you remember what venue name and what fuck. Yeah, I don't remember any of the building names I was in. I don't even remember when I get back to venues that I've worked before, how to get to the locker room. I don't remember any of that shit. I'm going to say Baltimore. I was in Baltimore. I was with Johnny.
Just pick up someplace, and then someone's going to go there. I heard Mansoor on a podcast get this big pizza. It's like, huh?
Yeah. We were at a restaurant called The Cheese Hole, and me and Johnny LaQuasto, tremendous talent, great announcer and commentator. I ordered that big ass pizza, and I ate the whole goddamn thing because I'm a monster. Because I love pizza. Actually, I just got into that picture was before I in my sweet Animal Crossing sweater. That was before I got into my diet of just eating like high protein, high carbs, low fat. So I don't really get to eat pizza anymore until my wife found this thing at Target. It's Lean Cuisine personal pizzas. It's 8 grams of fat, 20 grams of protein, like 30 grams of carb. I fucking stuff down those motherfuckers because I have like, I'm a macros guy, so I only try to eat like 30 grams of fat, maybe like 25 a day. So as long as that fits in my fucking diet, I'm stuffing that down my throat big time.
How are you not 500? Someone says he should be 500 pounds.
I have a seriously high metabolism. Actually, the fact that I'm like 206 pounds right now is a fucking wonder. I have to eat every like 10 minutes. I have a fridge full of these protein shakes, Core Power. It's like 45 grams of protein. I probably drink 4 a day between meals because otherwise I slim down to like 175, 180 pounds. And by the way, it all goes to my fucking waist, so I'm never gonna have abs. That's for damn sure. But that's why I only do chest and arms because I gotta look as top heavy as possible.
You're 1 pound over the 205 limit. We're gonna have to.
But that was what I was going for. I was like, I gotta be a fucking heavyweight, brother. You're like fucking Buddy Murphy, 204 pounds. My ass. That brother is 230 on a fucking good day. He's fucking of muscle, pure muscle.
Well, that was my favorite bit when he came into AEW was they announced him as 206 pounds and see if people figured it out.
Yeah, very funny.
You're working Big Gay Brunch this weekend. And
yeah.
Some people, as is tradition on the internet, they get mad because you and Mace are not gay. But you're booked for this show. Effie defended it and just basically said, I don't know if you saw his comments, but he said you either need to be LGBTQ talent on the come up or you need to be something that the people want to see. And people want to see Mace and Mansoor. He put you guys over as being funny and you guys selling tickets. So how did this all come about?
Yeah, so it was actually something that we were a little bit concerned about. Excuse me. Because the last thing we wanted to do was appropriate culture that we weren't a part of. And represent anybody in a negative light. But the thing that's so funny is that the only fans we had, basically, whenever we would go to house shows, were members of the LGBT community. It would be, we would run out in fucking Missoula, Montana, and 99% of the fans would just be booing and booing and booing. And then we'd look over at a section in the front row, and it'd be people going, yes, yes! So we did it for them. And I think what Effie was trying to communicate was, when we come out as the male models at that show, the place is going to go fucking crazy. Because we did it for the girlies and the gays. That's who we did it for. It's so funny because when Vince McMahon told us that we were doing this male model thing, he was very serious. He looked at him and said, listen, it's not a gay thing, okay? Not a gay thing. You're metrosexual. I was like, oh, yeah, okay. But at the same time, we want it to be entertaining. So, sorry, Vince. we're fucking rubbing body oil on each other on our YouTube show and our Speedos. Yeah, it's very funny because it's sort of like this throwback to like... I mean, I always say the very first heel gimmick was Gorgeous George. That's just what we're doing. You know what I mean? So for people who are like all up in arms about it, like, what's this gimmick doing on the show? It's like... that gimmick is as old as wrestling itself. You know what I mean? Like, what are you getting hot about? But I'm very excited for that show, especially because we're working Effie and Allie. Bussy, you just know that's going to be a fucking hysterical match. And it's very funny because the dichotomy and the difference between the match that we had 2 nights ago at DPW. I think Allie retweeted that clip of the finish where we fucking dropped Dustin from Miracle Generation right on his dome. And she was like, oh, that's cute. They want to be serious wrestlers. But Mace likes to tell promoters when we get booked, hey, do you want models or us? Because he says, we swing both ways. So as long as people are cool with it and they're entertained by it, I'm happy to do it.
People are wondering when Vince learned the term metrosexual. I assume he watched the South Park episode, like finally watched it in 2023 because he's always about 15 years behind.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I assume he just watched Zoolander, and that's how we got the idea for the gimmick.
Oh,
I guess, like Bruce told the story on his podcast before he went back to WWE. He would talk about the metrosexual stuff all the time.
Really?
Yes, it was like it's like Vince's go-to. This isn't gay. This is metrosexual.
Metrosexual.
God damn it. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Let's talk about tryouts. Let's talk about every time they've been to Saudi Arabia. You've been around the tryouts. Am I correct?
Well, there was only one tryout.
Okay.
There's only one. Yeah, I was shocked. I'm shocked. I remember like after the first tryout a year later, they were like, "Hey, Mansoor, can you help us scout talent? You'll get a finder's fee." I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, ka-ching!" And then the pandemic happened, so that was put on hold. And then they never did it again. And I'm pretty sure it's because they were told that, quite frankly, the group that they're dealing with in Saudi Arabia, the General Entertainment Authority, they were told apparently they don't really care if there's any Saudis on the show. So I think that's why they just haven't had another tryout. I mean, they may in the future because they've released every single Saudi talent. After I was gone, that was it. That was all of us. So yeah, I just think it's not a priority. But yes, I was there. That was my tryout, the only Saudi tryout, and then I was at every single show except for after my match with Mustafa, the Elimination Chamber. That's when I realized that something was wrong when I wasn't booked for that, and that's kind of when Vince was like, kind of dropped the bomb on me that hey, they said that it's cool if you're on the show, but you don't have to be. I was like, fuck, I'm getting fired. And I was only a year and a half late with that prophecy. So,
how close? I love this vignette you guys posted, the Fixers, and you guys were basically kind of Pulp Fiction out here. You said that it might be something with Dolph Ziggler. Do you know how close that actually was?
So that actually wasn't close. They were more interested in the multi-level marketing scheme gimmick, the cult gimmick. That's the one that they were really looking at. That's the one we got flown out to Stamford to talk with the creative team about. Yes, the Fixers one was really fun. We booked a limo on prom weekend, so it cost a lot on my own dime to film that with Andrew Carr, who's a tremendous guy who edited and produced our Making It Maximum videos on YouTube. He was always a big ally for us. Yeah, we filmed that because we watched Reservoir Dogs at a hotel when we traveled to SmackDown or Raw, and we weren't on the show. We were like, fuck this. They told us that we gotta get repackaged. Let's fucking repackage ourselves. Let's show them these professionally produced vignettes. So we filmed that one. We filmed The Answer, the cult one, and presented those, and they were more interested in the cult one. Yeah, but a lot of people really liked the Fixers one. They really liked it. I think we're due for an APA type group. I think it's been long enough.
Well, there you go. Nick Nemeth is in TNA. You guys were reportedly backstage.
True.
So
that's true. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Speaking of Nick Nemeth, we play a little game on this show, Mansoor, called Partner, Promo, or Punch in the Face. It's where I give you 3 names of wrestlers you know, and you pick which one you want to promo with in the ring on the microphone, partner with in a tag team match, and which one you want to punch in the face in a singles one-on-one competition.
All right, hit me.
Mustafa Ali, Nick Nemeth, and AJ Francis. Mansoor, partner, promo, punch in the face.
Oh, man. Okay. Mustafa Ali, Nick Nemeth, and AJ Francis. Fucking dollar. Okay, all right. This is a great question. I would partner with Mustafa because he is my wrestling dad, and we're due for a tag match. That would be money, the reunion. I'd probably promo with I'm going to promo with AJ because I think that he's a really great talker and he didn't get an opportunity. I kind of was in. I felt I empathized with him because as somebody who considers himself a talker and a promo guy, I felt that I didn't get a lot of mic time and neither did he. And I'm going to punch Nick Nemeth in the face. And here's why. Not because I dislike him, but because I felt that we could now have a much better match than we did at Super Showdown. I felt my performance in that match sucked. So I want a rematch really bad because I think we tear the fucking house down now. Especially now that Nick's in fucking New Japan and TNA and he's killing it. And he's just a man on fire working his ass off to fucking reinvent himself and show what he could have been doing. During his last sort of stretch in WWE. So yeah, that's my answer.
I like it.
Would you rap battle against AJ Francis?
I would cook his ass.
I'm trying to get a battle agast him, and he's ducking me.
I'd cook his ass because he doesn't want to get exposed.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
He doesn't want to do the job.
He won't battle me. It's very sad.
He's got Joe Hendry on his ass right now, so you gotta watch out.
Whoa, allegations.
I'm just they aired the thing on Hard to Kill, so we're
on his ass, Joel.
Phrasing.
Yeah,
I don't phrase things properly here. Never.
Gosh. Mansoor, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Getting up early to join us.
Early, 11:30 is early to me. Yeah, exactly. I haven't even had breakfast yet.
I'm glad we cleared up any heat that was completely on my side. But thank you. I appreciate it. And I genuinely do appreciate just your sense of humor with everything. Doing the Danielson photo, like you're someone. Again, I knew about you on the New Legacy streams, and you would just pop on there, you would book TEW with them and just have a great time. It's like, this guy, he just likes to have fun. And I know, like, I don't like whatever, but like you get it, you have fun with things, you don't take it too serious until you need to take it serious. And I appreciate that and I respect that. So thank you.
I appreciate that. I completely 100% agree with you. I think when it comes to our work, there's a line. When it's time to have fun, it's time to have fun. When it's time to get down to brass tacks and drop motherfuckers on their head, we go ahead and we cross the line.
I'll take it.
That was a good voice. You got it.
I know I got it, right? I should do it.
Let everyone know where they can find you at, where they can follow you at.
You can find me on all socials as Suave Mansoor. That's a holdover from my Maximum Male Model days, but I don't want to change my name because I don't want to lose my check mark. That's SUAVE MANSOOR on Twitter and Instagram, or Zitter, whatever the fuck it's called. And I'm on Cameo as well. I have a link tree on my social media profiles where you can check out merch and all that good stuff. And you can also catch me on Twitch on Mesa Stream, twitch.tv/GreatBlackOtaku, OTAKU, where we stream.
He's also on Fightful Select, where he gives me a bunch of scoops.
What so the
everybody
fuck?
That hires him,
no!
Everybody that hires him.
No, bullshit. God damn it. Son of a bitch. I am not a stooge. I am not Gunther. I am not a stooge.
King Stooge.
I am not fucking Gunta. All right? I'm not stooging to anybody. All right? I keep my cards close to me. I can't afford to give shit out.
Oh my gosh. Oh, well, you are not stooging anybody. I agree.
No, absolutely not. I try to keep the magic alive.
That's right.
When I saw that we were back, I was like, yes, because the fucking when the sheets came out that we were backstage at TNA, I was like, now people are gonna think we're important.
That's the first thing I said. Yes, this is important.
We'll see you at the Rumble. I assume you're just a surprise entrant in the Rumble this weekend.
Could you imagine? I'm fresh to death, Murdo. Could it be? It is. He's here. It's Mansoor. I fucking walk to the ring. I do my catwalk. I get to the ring. I stop. I turn around. I walk all the way to the back. I'm fresh to death. It's Massey. We both walk out. I'm fresh to death. We pitch that shit, and then we slide in the ring and we get eliminated. How the fuck did they not do that? They're allergic to money.
Oh, you guys are selling all your pitches on the initial stream, and then you've said more since then. I'm like, this is so good. What are we doing?
How did we not have a Rumble spot where my music hits, I walk to the ring, I walk back, Mace's music hits, we walk to the ring, we walk back, we in fucking new clothes. Like, how did we not do a runway spot in the Rumble? Are you kidding me? The Rumble runway? You're telling me, God damn it, if this was 1998, we would do that spot. It's not fucking, God, it's not entertaining anymore.
That's a long ass runway. You don't blow yourself up.
I absolutely would. Well, phrasing. The allegations.
I'm here for those.
Thank you, Vince. All right.
Thanks
Good
for
luck
having
this
me.
weekend. Enjoy this weekend. Have fun in Tampa. We will, I'm sure, catch up soon. Thank you, man.
All right. See you guys.
Thanks very much.
Bye.